Well, Cholamandalam investment, that's the next management on our show, where we have the company has maintained their FY27 AUM growth guidance of around 20 to around 23%. And gold loan business remains a key trigger. To discuss this and more, we're now joined by Mr. Arul Selvan, the Chief Financial Officer at Cholamandalam Investment, who joins us on the show. Hi, sir. Good morning. Good to have you, as always, on the show. Tell us, what are the trends you're observing on ground? And, what are your expectations in terms of a better growth number in the second half of the fiscal? Please go ahead.
Yeah, I think we still maintain our stance that we will continue to grow in the 20 to 23% AUM growth, and that's we're not changing. Things on the ground are good. Auto is picking up, and a large part of the El Nino threat has also got sort of subdued. Though there are some pockets still of deficiency, but I think in a country like India, there will always be some small pockets where we will have, deficiencies or surpluses in the monsoon. But everything seems to be on the right path for the second half.
Okay, all right, Mr. Selvan, one interesting, point that we always look at is with regard to the gold finance. That's a smaller part of your business, but you've been talking about scaling that up. Give us a few details about the break-even point. How long will some of these new branches that you open, how long will they take? At what scale do they break even as well? And the ultimate guidance in terms of, scaling the gold finance book.
See, as we closed March 26, we had around 119 branches and the AUM was around 1,800 crores. We plan to introduce another 300 to 350 branches in this fiscal, of which we have already launched more than 120 branches as we speak today. So we are progressively, expanding, because for gold loans, we set up exclusive branches, and it is not part of our existing branches, unlike other businesses within our portfolio. As we move on, we will still, the new branches will have more OPEX, so this trend will continue. Gold loan as an overall business, it will take us 2 to 3 years to, at an overall level to have a break even. But if you look at it, the existing branches which we have installed last year, they are already on break even. The new branches will be a little bit of a higher OPEX and cost in the current year. So these will a little bit offset those break-even points of the old branches. So gold will continue to be in a negative territory at a PBT level for us for one or two more years before the existing or the old branches become larger and their contribution becomes more solid. Overall, it is a 4 to 5% ROTA product pre-tax.
Okay, all right. And you said that the AUM per branch you're targeting is what? Around 12 to 14 crores?
I don't want to commit any number right now, but certainly yes, we will be in line with the industry. We won't be too far away, but certainly we will make endeavors to make it larger.
Got that. By the way, just a side question. I'm not sure it's meaningful, but has the people cost gone through the roof in the business, Mr. Selvan? On gold specifically, because there's just an absolute scramble to get people, because everybody is opening up and fast expanding, right? Almost a race.
No. On gold, yes, we are taking from existing industry players, but we are also in the process of, creating the training and development aspect of for people, so that we sort of home grow people for the future. The first set of branches, of course, had been, the people out there are from the industry, and we will continue to do so for the current year also. But I think by next year, the new branches which will come hereafter will start having progressively homegrown people.
I don't know if you heard that conversation with Rana Gupta, Manulife, earlier. He was saying, I think you did briefly towards the end, What do you make of it, sir? As someone who's been in the business a long time, I mean, is the runway long, risks very low? It's a business where traditionally realized losses have been very negligible, right? Because you have the product at the end of the day. What's your sense?
Yeah, I heard him, and I think I strongly believe that, and I've been also talking on similar lines, because here the product is with you. There is no, worry about the product even being cannibalized or it is getting depreciated. Mostly it is an appreciating asset, so there again we have a positive. The only risk is fraudulent or spurious gold coming through the customer, or collusion of employees and fraud at the branch level in misappropriating the gold which are being stored in the individual branches. But now technology is available to a large extent where you could monitor them from a command center at a central point, which is what we are doing. And there are multiple options available to track, like RFID packets or RFID tags, which will be able to track the gold loan at every stage, right from its receipt from the customer to its delivery back to them. So these technology and developments help to make this gold business much more secure. So I think it's a good business we should focus on. Yes, a lot of competition is coming in. That could be some sort of a pricing pressure, but still there is enough PBT, and certainly it will be at least for Chola, it will be an ROA accretive business in the days to come.
The other one, Mrs. Selvan, is this RBI circular on revolving credit. Do you have those kind of products, sir?
We do have a very small part of it. I think it's at around 0.6, 0.7% of our overall book. We started recently because most of the other players in the industry had been doing this. But I think we will take a view on it as we get the final guidelines on this from RBI.
That is the 0.6% of the book is basically these flexi personal loan kind of things, right?
Exactly.
Okay.
It's around 1,600 crores.
7,600.
No,
1,600. Sorry, yeah, okay, 1,600 crores. So just one more thing. There's those are personal loans, right? But there is also talk and anxiety that maybe other kinds of supply chain finance and those kind of things also may fall under the ambit of the circular. So have you taken a look at this?
So, even in supply chain, we had been slowing down for different reasons. We had slowed down supply chain. We have articulated that in the earlier calls, etc. Because that is not an ROA accretive product. So we had been slowing down on that product. So I don't think even there, if that gets added into this, though I really doubt that is the intent of the regulator to add supply chain into this. But if they do so, then also it may not be a large variance for us from our AUM perspective.
Gold doesn't work like this, right? As a product, I mean, on tap kind of thing, right? Or in some cases it does. I mean, typically it's designed like a fixed tenure, right?
We don't have a product like that. We don't have a product which is like a revolving. In gold, you have to repay, and now the regulator allows the interest to be serviced and then obtain a fresh with the latest LTV being factored.
Got that. We wish you all the best of luck. Good conversation, sir. Thank you very much for joining us here and talking to us about a bunch of things, really. 1870 on Chola. We'll take a quick commercial break here.